you actually reference the simple sabotage field manual. And how does how does the manual talk about meetings and what happens when it becomes dysfunctional?
Yes, so this was as you mentioned, written during World War II era by the Office of Strategic Services, the precursor to the CIA, and it was essentially a book of tactics and strategies for ordinary citizens who were living in enemy territory to disrupt the enemy from within.
Mm,
And if you read this manual, the manual was only declassified back in 2008, so relatively recently in the
yeah.
history. It reads like a modern organization in so many ways. There are obviously parts that, scream World War II, but there are many parts where you would be hard pressed to say that this doesn't resemble, many organizations today. And one of those aspects is around meetings, recommending that people deploy meetings as acts of sabotage, drag meetings on, do everything through channels, right? Use meetings when perhaps they're not necessarily needed. And it's stark in terms of how we deploy meetings today versus how they were deployed back then, or advised to be deployed. And very much, what we now consider business as usual was once an act of sabotage.